Today is Tuesday, February 6th. I'm Malin.
And I'm Maria.
And welcome back to CTV. Today, our ladies varsity basketball team is playing Dulles at Dulles from 7 to 8:30 p.m.
Our boys varsity basketball team will also be competing versus Dulles at Wheeler Fieldhouse from 7 to 8:30 p.m.
Also, our girls varsity soccer will be playing Hightower at 7:15 tonight.
Lastly, our boys varsity soccer team will be going against Hightower at Clements from 7:15 to 8:45 p.m.
Now on to the weather with Oliver.
Good morning, Clements Rangers. Let's take a look at our Tuesday's weather. Despite all the cool we saw early in the morning, it touched 44 at one point. That will not be the story of today. We'll reach a high of 71 around 4 or so p.m. and we'll be in the 60s for the majority of today, so definitely not as bad as it was this morning. We'll see a little bit of clouds in the afternoon, but those won't amount to much at all today, so expect mostly sunny skies and a clean 0% chance of rain. So pretty good weather-wise this Tuesday for us Rangers. This is Alvin Norris of CTV, and that was your Sugarland weather.
Thanks, Oliver.
Remember to sign up for next year's courses. The window ends February 9th.
Counselors are holding open labs to assist students with course selection through February 9th in the upstairs library.
NHS is hosting a meeting today at 3 p.m. in the downstairs lecture hall, and their induction ceremony will be held February 8th in the auditorium from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Now to World News with Ion.
Good morning, Rangers. It's Ion with your World News. From ABC, Chile began a two-day mourning period yesterday after the country suffered some of the deadliest wildfires in recent history, killing 112. Similarly, a second storm is set to hit California within the week, with over 4 million under flash flood warning. Next from Reuters, Donald Trump is headed to the Supreme Court to try and get the decision to kick him off the Colorado ballot reversed. As he fights 4 criminal cases in lower courts, he repeatedly advances an argument that he is formally immune and otherwise not subject to legal challenges. And lastly from AP, Indian police in Mumbai recently cleared a suspected Chinese spy pigeon following an 8-month detention after being captured in a report carrying words that looked Chinese. Mumbai police could not be reached for comment. That's it for me, and I'm back to the anchors.
Thanks, Ion.
A big congrats to Miss Ellis for being the Ranger of the Week.
And happy birthday to our very own ASL teacher, Miss Campbell.
Reminder that FFA is doing a Valentine's Day carnation sale during all lunches until the 8th. Their prices are $2 for 1, $5 for 3, and $10 for 12. Carnations will be delivered during third period on February 13th and 14th.
Clements Theater is hosting a kids camp on Saturday, February 10th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the auditorium. Participants can enjoy an amazing day of puppet making, t-shirt making, theater games, choreography, and makeup.
Now on to PC's Hot Takes.
Hello guys, PC here, and welcome back to another of PC's Hot Takes. And today's hot take is about the Transformers movies, where I'll be going from the 2007 film all the way up to Rise of the Beast. Anyway, let's get started. Transformers 2007, it's a really solid film. The storyline was good, the characters are good, and the CGI looks amazing. The action scenes are awesome, the soundtrack is amazing. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, absolutely awful. Everything about it is terrible because the story is forgettable, the characters are bland, and the adult humor is not only forced, but it is incredibly annoying to watch, and it feels out of place, and I feel like most of these type of jokes should be on adult cartoons. Transformers Dark on the Moon, it's better than Revenge of the Fallen, but that's not saying much, because this movie is super forgettable, but it was tolerable for the most part. Transformers Age of Extinction, oh my god, is it awful. It's extremely boring. The human characters are a downright pest in this movie. All the characters are bland and unlikable. Even the Autobots and Optimus Prime are unlikable because at one point he says, "We can't harm the humans," and the next scene he attacks the humans. What a great leader right here. And it made me wish that Decepticons would win. Also, this movie has false advertising because the Dinobots don't appear until 2 hours and 13 minutes of the film. This movie is terrible. Transformers The Last Night. This is one of the worst sequels in movie that I've ever seen in my life. Everything about it is terrible. The plot makes no sense. The human characters are bigger pests. For whatever reason, the aspect ratio keeps changing for no reason. Loads of bad writing. It's like they took all the worst aspects of the past sequels and made it worse in this movie. Bumblebee. Surprisingly, a really great Transformers movie. Even if it's similar to the Iron Giant E.T., but it's still a good movie. And I'm glad we actually get different villains instead of Megatron being the villain all the time. And I really like the relationship between Charlie and Bumblebee. They work with each other really well. Great movie. Transformers Rise of the Beast. It's also a really good movie. However, one issue I do have with the movie is that even though it's called Rise of the Beast, The Maximals, that's the name of the beast, barely did anything in the film outside the second half in the final battle, which was awesome by the way. And I really liked how we finally get a Transformers movie that focuses on the Transformers. Overall, with the exception of the first movie, Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast, this is a really bad movie franchise. And the funny thing is that most of the sequels, excluding the last two, were directed by Michael Bay, and they all managed to be terrible and get worse. Also, for whatever reason, they managed to repeat the same ending for no reason. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, PC.
Our local robotics team is raising money for a sea perch competition by having a spirit night at Jupiter's Wednesday, February 7th from 5 p.m. to closing.
Also, if you're interested in filming sports and want to get experience, football needs student filmers. If interested, reach out to Coach Haney or Coach Darnell for more info.
That's all for today, Rangers. I'm Maria.
And I'm Malin.
Bye.